Hey, it's Kyle here, and it's time for my next book review. And today I'll be reviewing Luke Skywalker Can't Read and Other Geeky Truths by Britt. This is actually a book I got for Christmas from one of my co-workers. We do kind of a Christmas gift exchange in my office, and it's well known I'm a Star Wars fan at work, so got this book. I'd seen this before at bookstores, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. By the title, I always assumed it was kind of like a little fact book, with just like random, interesting little, random facts about various geeky and nerdy things. But it's really not that. Instead, it's actually a collection of kind of nerdy themed essays. Britt writes for a variety of things. His bio mentions he's written for, here I can even say here, I don't want to make sure I credit the right publications he's wrote for. Britt has written for the New York Times, Electric Literature, Vice, Clark's World. He is a staff writer for the Hugo Award-winning website Tor.com's, where he remains a contributor. So he's written for a variety of online and publications. And basically this is kind of a collection of some of his nerdy essays, and they're very funny. He has a great sense of humor, but at the same time, he really makes some interesting points about the role of sci-fi and nerdy stuff in culture, especially the transformation we've seen over the last 20 or 30 years. He talks about a lot, and we're kind of roughly the same age, so I felt like I could relate to some of this stuff. But basically how when he was younger, a lot of the stuff that he was into just wasn't mainstream popular. So from random sci-fi to old horror movies to stuff like Star Wars books. It was very much a very small percentage of the population that was really into this stuff, and it really wasn't cool to be nerdy. Whereas you go today and it's, geek stuff is ruling the world. The huge comic book movies, Star Wars coming back, all that stuff. So he talks a lot about that, but also just the role that geeky, nerdy stuff, sci-fi, all that stuff has in kind of demonstrating what society's like. But at the same time, all these essays are very, very funny and interesting. So if you're looking for kind of a non-fiction, sci-fi / nerdy, funny read, I would certainly recommend Luke Skywalker Can't Read and Other Geeky Truths by Britt. To kind of give you a little bit of an idea of the kind of topics he explores in some of these essays, let me just read you some of the topics or the titles of these essays. Out of the sideshows, the birds, the bees, and Barbarella. I know it's only science fiction, but I like it. Luke Skywalker Can't Read. Wearing Dracula's Pants. The sounds of science fiction, which is a very interesting thing where he talks about the scores in movies, and that's one thing he was definitely into a lot. Baker Streets on Infinite Earths. Sherlock Holmes is the eternal sci-fi superhero. All you McFlys, a Back to the Future theory of everything. Imagine there's no Frodo. I wonder if you can. Regeneration number 9. And there's a couple more. No, Luke, Captain Kirk is your father. Hipster robots will save us all. Nobody gets mad about Hamlet remakes. The rise of relevant superheroes. The fans awakens. And then there's a cool little glossary at the end that kind of talks about nerdy terms and stuff like that. So I think if you're very much a proud nerd, this is a book you'll enjoy. So check out Luke Skywalker Can't Read and Other Geeky Truths by Britt. See you next time.